Hi there. I'd like to tell you a bit about this new 5-day intensive group coaching program that I'm going to be running in 2017. Um, I'm doing a beta test right now, and I'm just looking for five people to be a part of the beta group. So let me tell you a bit about it. When you started your business, you were a newbie. However, you behave like an oldie. What do I mean by that? Well, you have done your research as commonly advised. Find out what your competition is doing. Check out what they are charging, etc. You are copying everyone else. The more people doing it, the more you believe you need to do it too. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You're not getting the results you want, but you keep going anyway. Frustration shows its face, it sets in, but you keep going. After all, you're this entrepreneur, you're not meant to give up. Then you begin to go after every free offering that you see. In fact, you start looking for free everything. Sometimes you sit and wonder why you should work so hard without getting the results that you desire. Then you push the thought out of your mind. I mean, why shouldn't you get all you desire? You will get it eventually. It doesn't really matter how long it takes, it will happen for you. So you push the thought out of your mind. That's it. It's the thought. It's the thought. Who am I? Before I carry on, why should you listen to any of what I'm saying? Well, I am Coach Kemi. I'm a thought transformation coach and consultant to the high performing business owner who's owned a business for 5 years or more, ready and who is ready to pay the price, not money alone, for the transformation they desire. I'm a survivor of what I refer to as stinking thinking that led me to two suicidal attempts and abject poverty. I help you identify and take you from stinking thinking to epic living. I started my business in 2008, but saw no results until 2013 after I was evicted from my three-bed house because I couldn't pay my rent with my 5-week-old grandson and two children in their late teens. Let me tell you what one of my clients has said. Kemi's enthusiastic, no nonsense style is packed with gusto and infused with uncommon wisdom. This is a cutting edge course delivered by an emerging thought leader. I'm rubbing shoulders with greatness within the closed group and sharpening up quickly as a result. This is the course. The content is innovative and exceptional. I have just begun talking into Module 3. God only knows what will happen by the end of week 5. From one former power change coach to another, more kudos to you in abundance, Kemi, and thank you. That was by Sandy. Well, I'll carry on with my story. As a divorcee, that was not just heartbreaking that I was evicted, but it was also a death dealing blow, not just to my very, very, very bruised ego, but to my already failing heart. It was a really difficult time at that point in my life. I did not know whether I was coming or going. I didn't know whether I should start or stop. I thought, go get a 9 to 5 job. Just go get it. At least you make some money. But even that did not come through for me. I did not know how I was going to recover from such a low, low point in my life. While in the halfway house, I heard of a free event that I knew I just had to attend. You know, one of those things that you hear, this is for me. You can't quite explain it, but okay, I've got to be there. Nothing is going to stop me. And it was somewhere in the city of London. This took me to Florida for 4 days in January 2014. And this is when my business took off. Now, remember, I have been evicted. I was evicted in 2013 because I did not have the money to pay my rent. But how could I travel to Florida for 4 days to sit at the feet of five millionaires, 1 billionaire, to be trained? That's another story for another day. But it was after I returned in January that my business took off. But the story doesn't end there. 10 days after I returned, my laptop with all my work was stolen. Thieves broke into our house, and that could have been a further setback for me. But in my opinion, it was a setup. I knew I was being tested. I knew this was so strategic. Yes, I knew there was something different about this. I knew this was my time to decide whether I was going to get up and keep going in spite of not having money to purchase another laptop. I had to keep going. I decided I had to keep going, period. Today, I consult with and coach high performing individuals and organizations in the art of how to think. Thinking is an art. How to think is an art. And I teach that. Here's another testimonial. I have a new motto. What's the worst that can happen? It's not even a question, it's a statement. Before, I would have been held back by what I thought people would say. They may never have thought it, but just the thought that they could stopped me. You see, it's just the thought that stopped her. Not because anyone said anything, but the thought that they could say that stopped her. So it hadn't been said, but her own thinking stopped her. If I don't try, I'll never know. So if the worst that can happen is that they say no, I'm still me. P.S. Looking forward to posting the first lesson in my Birth Your Fruitful Brand program today. Thank you, Kemi. You see, as a result of this particular of working with me, this person was able to start her own business, open her own Facebook group, and is now selling. I realized that during my no money stinking thinking years, it wasn't that I didn't have opportunity. It wasn't that I didn't have open doors. I did. I had opportunity. It wasn't that I didn't know my craft. No, no, no. I knew my craft like the back of my hand, and I keep studying daily. What was the problem then? Well, I thought if I worked harder, I would get the results that I want, the results that I was looking for, the results I believed I deserve. After all, I'm working for it. I should get the results. But it didn't happen that way. Although I worked harder than most, I did between 14 and 18-hour days every day, and that would include Saturdays and Sundays. I would sit at my laptop, I would get on the phone, and still not the results I was looking for. The frustration I experienced became a heavy weight, like I was carrying something heavy every day. But I kept on working harder. Harder and harder, I worked. You want more money. That is why you work so hard. You want more freedom. You want more time. I do. James Keenan, a renowned sales expert, says increasing sales revenue comes down to four things: strategy, structure, people, and process. The thoughts behind each of these four stages determine the action or inaction taken and therefore the results obtained. It's the thoughts behind each of these four stages that determine the action you will take or the inaction taken and the results obtained. That's simple. For as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. For example, your sales strategy might be costing you clients instead of gaining you clients. This could be due to fear riddled thoughts, which is very common in my line of work. I mean, people with all kinds of fear. I remember telling my grandson several times, Grandma needs to work. Wait a minute, I will play with you soon. And then I would watch the sad expression grow on his face, and I would be sad too. But I still wasn't making any money anyway. And I did attract the right clients and didn't know how to either until I realized that I was doing what everyone else was doing. I was not doing me, I was doing them. Does that happen to you? Have you ever checked out? Are you doing what you do best? Or are you doing what you think you should do based on what others are doing and therefore cloning them? I am naturally powerful, gifted with insight, And I am very wise because I have studied. I am spending time with the wise. I am great, not just good at what I do. I know this. I am the only one who does what I do, the particular way that I do it. How to think is mine. I'm the one who founded it, and all the courses are mine, created by me. So, hey, I have to do me. No one else can do me. And no, I don't do mindset work. I do not do mindfulness either. Not at all. I work with what sets the mind. You see, before you can speak about the mind, you've got to determine what sets it. So when we say, oh, that's his mindset, what set his mind? It's his thoughts, your thoughts. Your thoughts set your mind. You see, if you do not deal with your thoughts first, you cannot do anything about the mind. Why? Because your thoughts make your mind. They make up your mind. I deal with the roots, that is your thoughts. Once you do this and get it right, you will no longer complain about the type of fruits, that is the results that you get. There are many coaches that work on the mind and belief, self-belief and stuff like that, and they do a good job. I simply go to the roots, as there is no point complaining about the fruits when the roots have not been treated. Fix the roots, that's fix your thoughts, and you fix the fruits, that's you fix the results. I work with determined, persevering, high performing individuals and organizations who have three no's under their belt. Number one, know what they are doing. Number two, know where they are going. And number three, know how to get there. This is important because I'm not a business coach, neither am I a social media strategist, nor a brand building coach, or any other kind of coach. I consult with and coach you vis-a-vis the thoughts you entertain that determine the actions you take regarding your business and life. The aim is to enable you to think right so that you can determine the actions you take, which will be the right actions for your business or and life. If you're not getting the results that you want and you know you're capable of, then your thinking is stinking. I will help you recognize your stinking thoughts and teach, guide, and support you to epic living. I will teach you thought transformation skills. I will show you how to kill. Sorry, I will help you recognize your stinking thoughts and teach, guide, and support you to epic living. I will not teach you how to kill, but I'll definitely teach you how to kill stinking thinking. This 5-day intensive group coaching program, how to set and achieve kickass goals in 5 days. Your thoughts will put money in your pocket or keep it out, is for you if you are frustrated with your business or life. You're at a stop sign and you seem unable to move on. You make money and then you do not make money. You have fasting moments, then you have abundance periods. You are confused with what to do next. You have experienced failure repeatedly regarding the same subject, project, or issue. You have low self esteem. You do not plan. You wear your heart on your sleeves. You experience deep fear. You have experienced an emotional upheaval that you are allowing to rule your life and therefore your results. You know that you have the skills, the gifts, the talents to run a high revenue business. You know that you can do more, but you are not doing what you need to do to get more. You have bought courses, you have hired coaches, and you did not get the results that you expected, but others are. You blame your frustration on anything and everything but you. Your productivity level is so low, you want to throw in the towel. You need to jump on this course now. This is a beta test of this intensive 5-day group coaching program for £97 only. Some of what you will get out of this 5-day intensive: thought transformation skills. I will teach you thought transformation skills. You will learn to go on a thinking journey all the way to the end. Many of us go on journeys and we end our journeys. But when it comes to our mentality, thinking, we never end our thinking journey. We stop along the way and we do whatever we want to do. And then we cry about it later because those aren't the results we want. So I will teach you how to go on a thinking journey to the very end. I think I have missed something there. Okay. Then you will learn solution thinking. There is a way to think for solution. You will learn results thinking, not just thinking anyhow. Thinking is an art, and I'll teach you how to do this. Know the difference between stinking thinking and kickass thinking and how to control them for your benefit. So if you want to join me, click the link below, fill and submit the form, and I will be in touch.